well, fine. Just ignore me. What could I know? You don't look like you're in a rush anywhere.
What's your story?
What would you say? Right now, I'm slightly scruffy nothing.
But I don't have any money. Look at me. I don't have anything at all.
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
Ah, well.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side. Now things can only get better.
Suppose you're right.
You're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that.
And the worst that could happen is I get
Somebody
killed.
tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day and the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Oh, yes.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower, that is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Really?
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offense, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
I suppose so. Do I still have all my stuff? I do. Yes. I do like blunt weapons. What are these small indicators mean? Quality, okay. Quality 1, quality 2. Probably the best we can do with our outfit for now. your snaps. Oh, there we go. What's up? I have 2. Player. I do have 15 available points. Jesus. Opportunist. He who is a friend to all is a friend to none. You can be a friend to anyone when it suits you, but your true friendship is special. But you are a true friend, especially to yourself. If you lose reputation, the drop will be 10% less. And this one, if you gain reputation, the increase will be 10% higher. Well, I imagine I would want my reputation to go higher faster. So we'll learn that one. Let's come down here. Strength. Hard-working lad. Sack, or even a dead, or even a dead or unconscious body. Weight only counts as half, therefore you'll be bear the burden. Carry them will no longer cost extra stamina. Additionally, your carry capacity is permanently increased. Okay. Train hard, fight easy. The required strength for all weapons will be 2 less for you in general. If you have a lower strength than a weapon requirement, you'll do less damage with it. Conversely, if your strength is higher, you'll do more damage. With this perk, you'll reach stats sooner. Okay. Agility. We have daft hand or featherweight. The agility requirements are 2 less in general. If it's lower, you'll find it more difficult to fight with, but if it's higher, stamina consumption will drop. That, I think, would be way better. Reduced fall damage. There's no vitality perks. Speech perks. Polished wares and silver tongue. When selling weapons, armor, or clothing, that are near perfect or perfect condition, you'll gain 10% more money. Probably gonna be too often that we find near perfect stuff. Or silver tongue. You get a +4 speech bonus when haggling, making it easier to negotiate prices. That one I'll need. I know that much. Okay. I like the idea of the deft hand. Oh, I can take both of them. Okay. So skills. Okay, and then here's more skills. Combat skills. Combat level. Buffs. Reputation. Stats. Okay. So craftsman. Razor sharp. If you wear boots require If you wear boots repaired by yourself, sprinting costs 25% less stamina. You can go longer, faster. Well fitted. Armor and clothing repaired by yourself. Armor's kits will make less noise. Warn, this effect lasts until the item's quality level drops. Or razor sharp, rhinestone. Deals more damage. Okay. Horsemanships. Knights and saddles. Houndmaster. Hunt. Search. You can command the mat to hunt and send him to find wild game. You'll find that he is a great help for you. Search. Command the mat to sniff out places of interest or hunted ground. Hunted game. To do this, select the free command. He'll alert by barking if you find something. Thanks to your loyal companion, you won't miss a thing. I think that might come in handy. Once we actually find our dog again. On the Poacher's Trail. You can sell herbs, game, hides, and trophies at double the price. Yes, please. Anything that gets me more money. Quality of beds increases for you the higher your survival skill is. But at most, this perk will improve the quality of a bed to 50%. The higher quality bed, the perk have no effect. Okay. And then combat skills. Warfare. Head protection. Steadfast. Blocking will cost 20% less stamina. And your shield and weapon will wear down 20% less. That could be good. Against all odds, when fighting against several number of opponents, get +2 strength, agility, and warfare. Okay. In combat, your stamina will generate faster. Yes, please. Okay, sword stuff. Opportunity strike. Or opening strike. If you successfully wound an opponent with a strike to an uncovered zone, i.e. a zone your opponent isn't blocking from, it will be more difficult for the opponent to block your subsequent attack. Precise strike. With a fully charged sword attack, your fighting skill will count 3 higher. So your attack will not only be stronger, it will also be harder to parry. Showtime. After performing a sword combo or a master strike, you instantly regain some of your stamina. Yes. Tendon Slicer. Each successful sword combo significantly reduces your opponent's agility and strength, making it harder for them to fight and easier for you to defeat them. Interesting. Heavy weapon. Shield breaker. Your heavy weapon attacks will be harder for the opponent to block with a shield. Additionally, it will take less time to completely destroy an opponent's shield. Or when hitting an enemy with a heavy weapon, their armor will count as 10 lower. Pole arms. Unarmed. After the first strike in combat, subsequent unarmed attacks will cost you 20% less stamina and will do 10%. It will be 10% stronger. This effect will last 30 seconds. This perk will activate after performing a stealth takedown. If you're fighting unarmed against an opponent with a weapon, your unarmed combat skill will count as 5 points higher. Interesting. I think we'll save our 7 other perks for now. Just because you never know what's going to pop up as perks that we can acquire. Combos. Left, right, left. Right, left, right. Okay. One-handed short. One-handed sword. Right, left, right. Left, right, left. Makes sense. Yeah, they're all right, and left, right, left. Except for the polearm one. That's left, right, or right, left, right, left. And I know 0 unarmed strikes. Okay. Sorry. Excuse me. I'll take that. Drying herbs. Fresh herbs spoil just like food. The quality affects the quality of the potion, but if we dry them, the dried shit. Okay, I dry them. How do I dry them?
God bless.
Okay. So let's look at the map here. Quest tippers. Long ways down there. Gain access to the wedding party. Go and see Tomcat. Find out what happened to Month. Go into the wedding party with the help of the blacksmith. Well, I would like to go get Mutt right now, but I figure we do need to make some coin. Point of interest, quest tipper, carpenter. Whatever's going on with this place. Oh, this is the learned
be
man.
this fine morning?
You know where
As the
your
local
armor.
scribe, you know a lot of things, right?
I'd say so. In this province, not a squirrel farts without my knowing.
Right. So, if I needed to get something, you'd certainly be able to tell me where, right?
Depends on what you're looking for. Don't involve me with anything dishonorable.
No, don't worry. I'm just looking for some armor.
Armor? Well, unless you want to join von Burgau's retinue, I don't think I can help you. But try Radovan, the blacksmith in Tachov. He might at least sell you an iron helmet.
You don't know of anything better?
Aha! So, the good man is a connoisseur, eh? And how would Prince Brunswick's armor suit you?
Whose armor?
Oh, it's just a local legend.
What legend?
It's hard to explain. There are actually 2 legends, or even 3. Well, it doesn't really matter.
How many do
Why
are there?
are you so interested anyway? Fine armor like that belongs in the hands of a knight.
I'm more interested in the legend. Okay, so now based on how things are.
Don't worry. It'll end up in a knight's hands. As soon as I get hold of it, I'll sell it to some lord at a good price.
I'd like to see that, especially the wallop you'd get from that lord for your impertinence. I have to tell you that legend.
Well,
In
then,
short, they say the armor of ancient Bohemian Prince Brunswick is hidden here, waiting for some valiant knight to find it. I don't believe it, of course. After all, I'm educated. But you'd be surprised how many fools have set off to find it.
Where did Brunswick's armor come from?
It is said that George the Lion of Württemberg brought it here. He was the nephew of Lord Chenyek of Württemberg, who built Trusky. This George spent a lot of time with King Wenceslas. A suspiciously long amount of time, if you know what I mean.
I don't understand.
Don't worry too much about it. It's just an old wives' tale. And it is said that one day, a lion escaped from the king's menagerie, and George overpowered it with his bare hands and laid it at the king's feet, still alive. As a reward, Wenceslas gave young Württemberg the name Lion and the armor of his ancestor, Prince Brunswick. Only Sir George didn't live to enjoy it for long. He caught the plague at a tournament abroad and died on his way back to his king. Specifically, while visiting his uncle here at Trusky. Of course, the king wanted his armor back, but Lord Chenyek didn't want to give it to him, claiming he had the hereditary right to it. It looked like Wenceslas would lay siege to Trusky, but fortunately Lord Chenyek was completely destitute by then, so he sold all of Trusky and the armor to the king.
interesting.
Well, if the king was so endeared with Brunswick's armor, why did he leave it here?
Because he didn't have any choice, my friend. He never found the armor. Lord Chenyek was as cunning as a fox. While he did leave the armor here, he never told anyone where. It's said he hid it so it could only be found by a true knight, each piece in a different place. Or so they say round these parts. Who knows if there's any truth to the tale?
And do you know where I could find Brunswick's armor?
Yes, lad, if it even really exists. But I do have a little bit of advice for you. Sir Chenyek, who they say hid the armor, left behind a riddle. It's a test that must be passed by whoever wants to find it. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
And how did that riddle go?
Wait, how was it? I've got it. Take your leave of crone and maiden, standing tall behind the gates. Boldly go towards true midnight. In caverns cold your prize awaits. Pass through the all of forest kings, hidden deep from hunter's gaze. Standing tall, 2 guards of stone, behind whom yearn for treasure lays. Between them stands a mighty rock, a subtle niche, yet deeper still, a place to give one's art to God. Behold, my armor gleaming still.
Uh-huh. And that was supposed to help me, eh?
Answers come to the wise, kicks to the stupid.
The crone and the maiden towards midnight.
How did my reputation go down?
We've got east, west, midday, midnight. Well, thanks a lot.
Hold on, I'll give you something else. Sir George, who previously owned the armor, wanted to have a nice poleaxe made in Prague too, but he died of the plague before he could do it. I'm not too certain about Brunswick and his armor, but this is certainly true because I have a copy of George's order here. Here, take it as a keepsake. And now go.
Okay. Interesting. Dandelions. Comfrey, chamomile. Chamomile. Or dandelions.
Greetings. No great loss. It wasn't that good anyway.
Game of dice right there. This. It's either a shitter or a smokehouse. One of the two.
Greetings.
I'll have a look at your wares.
Okay. Move between buying and selling. Select item, add to your cart. X to close the transaction. Hold X to negotiate. Fantastic. What can I sell you? Sell you a bone cow. 3 groschen. My god. Don't have any dried meats. But at least I could. It's not worth selling anything to you.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want something, wait till I've stopped being angry. And if
Okay.
you don't have anywhere to split, they'll look after you in Jellia.
Let's see.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
I'm trying not to. Sex. That just leads back into there. The grindstone over here, apparently. Spin it through space, change the stuff, change the tilt of things. If sparks are flying, the sign that you're sharpening correctly. If there's smoke, you're not doing it right.
This property belongs to someone else.
My bad.
You won't find any mushrooms growing.
I didn't know I wasn't allowed to be in there. Jeez, calm down. Did I at least get any kind of sharpening done to it? Condition? Doesn't look like it.
Keep the peace.
Oh well.
We won't have any problems.
trader. Point of interest.
Was machst du? Du Narr? Welcome. You can buy everything you need from me, but excuse the selection. A few days ago, when I was returning with new goods, the horse got spooked, and my wagon tipped into the pond. I salvaged some things, but the rest is now in the pond.
And where did the wagon tip?
On the roads near the Catchuck Pond, beyond Jelly-off. You can still find it there. I can't tell you how much it still pisses me off, but what can I do?
Sorry to hear that.
Me too, but what can I do? So, what will it be?
Let me see what you got.
I'll have a look at the wares.
Fruit arrows, fruit bolts, torch. Wanderer's pouch for 50 groschen! My god! These people are mad! And then look at these prices. Have you lost your marbles? Oh yes, you'll give me nothing. All of my stuff. Maybe a total of like 7 groschen.
Wie schade. Auf Wiedersehen.
Yes, that's German. Auf Wiedersehen. More stuff. Eye blade. Thistle. Eye blade. Thistle. Look, you never know when we're gonna need all of these herbs. Huzzah, survival without. Mint. I knew there was something else there. Some dandelion leaves.
God grant you health.
Dear God, I could spend probably hours just going through all of the frickin' plants that are just on the ground. I need to increase my harvesting AoE. So that way it doesn't take as much time to gather everything. Okay, but I guess we
Don't
should
cause any
head
trouble,
off to
got
the
it?
blacksmith.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Where's the road? To my right. on foot. The main road will probably take us there the quickest, I imagine. This game's gonna be full of a lot of just walking one place to another. All the way up until we get a horse. Rat. And I have just an insufferable want to just pick everything side of the road. Poppies! I have to pick these. I don't have any poppies yet. Now, the problem here is by looking down and picking all of these poppies, I can potentially get lost. Ooh, there we go. And some more eye blight. Dandelions. Okay, I gotta keep going. Oh, that's not working. That is thistle. Thistle is good. So much thistle. And there's some comfort. What does my AoE look like right now? Not bad. Definitely could be better. I can pick out which one is gonna have the biggest area around it. That it'll pick. Like if I pick this one, it should pick that one to the right as well. Or it didn't. Yeah. This one. Okay. Again, like I said, if I take the time, I'll be doing this for hours. And we'll have gotten nowhere. But so much thistle. And I can potentially sell all the thistle. This seems like a spot to get ambushed. Just equip my torch. So I pull out the torch. E? No, that's to wait. Oh. I have no lockpicks. Damn. Okay, we'll have to remember this and come back later. I don't have any of this yet. Poppies. More thistle. We've unlocked a new perk for survival. Survival. Flower power. You have more than 30 fresh or dried herbs, not spoiled, in your inventory. Your charisma goes up by 2. And if you cook, dry, or smoke an unspoiled ingredient food after processing it, you'll have 100% condition. It does not apply to herbs. They always have 100% condition after drying, regardless of this perk. I like the sound of that. I just need to know how the heck do I dry food? Herbs, poisons, and potions. Codex. Character events crafting. Scribes. Taverns and inns. Okay. Events. Societies. Character. And then just in general stuff, apparently. Beverages, combat dragons, dugout shelters. Houses and dwellings, medieval latrines. Okay. I will endeavor to learn more about it in the morrow. Metal. Or not. We need to make our way to this blacksmith. So that way we can not only gain coin, but gain reputation. I am Henry the blacksmith. Henry the knight. Hell, I owned an entire town in the last game. I had several hundreds of thousands of gold. And now look at me, reduced to a mere peasant, picking flowers on the sides of roads. Look at all this thistle. Like, if I took the time to harvest all of this thistle, I'd guarantee I'd get at least a couple at least 1 to 2 levels in survival. I can't. Mustn't. But belladonna, I do need. I think. I'll probably end up cutting out most of this. If not, you guys get to see a lot of flower picking. Marigold? That's marigold. And metals. Better gold decoctions were very popular in the last game. Discovered another nest. Yeah. Cannot reach it. What's going on up here? Fast travel is now available.
Greetings.
Greetings.
We can do whatever we see fit with him.
Like break a few of his fingers,
Or knock a couple of his teeth out.
or cut off a chunk of his ear to make him listen good, that it doesn't pay to cheat.
Or the tip of his nose. So we don't stick it where it don't belong.
Fellas, surely we can work something out here.
You hear that? Now he wants to make a deal.
Then he shouldn't have cheated. Enough of this horseshit. Hand over what you swindled out of us.
But my wife is ailing. Deadly ill, I swear.
Really? How many times does that make it?
Last time it was his daughter, wasn't it? Or grandma?
So not just a swindler, but a liar to boot. Just you wait, you sack of shit. I'll rip out your tongue and throw it to the dogs.
No, please.
Jeez.
You can't do that.
Kind of
Help
aggressive.
me. Somebody help.
You swine!
Hey. Hey.
Piece of shit!
Do it!
You never saw that nice strike!
You guys can't just be beating people in the street for no reason.
Oh!
Ain't had enough yet.
Hey. Hey. You can't just walk away. Gets me into a fight, then walks away. Bastard. Clean myself. Hello there, fellow blacksmith.
What do you want, you yokel? Speak up or get lost.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
I could. My last two hands, well, they're not worth mentioning. And what with the wedding coming up, the work is piling up. Ah, what do they call you?
Henry,
I'm Radovan. You should know, Henry. The blacksmithing isn't for everyone. Have you done it before?
yeah? I basically grew up in the forge. My father was a swordsmith, and not just any. He even forged swords for the nobility.
For the nobility, eh? Well, that kind of experience will come in very handy for me indeed. As it happens, I have to forge a wedding present for young Lord Semine. A fine sword.
So you'll take me on?
Hold your horses. I'll have to try you out first. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade. That shouldn't give you much trouble if your father was a swordsmith, should it?
Sure thing.
Sure thing. I can get started right away.
Great. Find some iron and get started then.
Iron?
You can't make a sword out of butter, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything from the chest in my forge. Go over to the anvil and let's get started.
Start blacksmithing. Hunting sword.
Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up hard, then try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works the bellows.
The end of this thing heated up.
You can tell the temperature by the color, but you won't be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out.
What do you mean? I can see that it's...
See? That's exactly the straw color we want. You've got talent, lad. Now heat up the whole thing. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times.
Hold left to raise the hammer, release.
See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side.
Flip it.
Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. So
Back to
come
the
over to
anvil.
the anvil. Hear that? Besides the sparks, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. Sparks are flying nuts. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. That's the ring you want. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking.
So now we gotta get it really hot. And then scream. Ooh, huzzah! We've made our quality 3 blade.
Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely got a job here. Even so, keep in mind, it's all about making sure every strike does its job. That's why you can't let it get cold, or keep striking the same spot. If you work evenly, each strike falling right next to the last one, you can't go wrong. Got that? Or is there something else you want to ask about?
The whistling is for the tempo. Strikes, you can just listen to how it rings. How should I heat it up properly? Why forge evenly? When is the workpiece finished?
How will I know it's finished?
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finishing, the more precise the shape it will have.
Okay. Help with forging compounding helps.
Why should I forge evenly?
If you keep hammering the same spot, you'll never finish it. You'll just fuck it up. But jumping from one end to the other ain't a good idea neither. You'd end up working unevenly. The best thing to do is aim each strike next to the one before.
What's the right way to heat up the workpiece?
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the color should be the same everywhere. If your forging's going to be even, the main thing is, don't work it cold. You just ruin it. But don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start to fly off it in the furnace, take it out.
How do I know a good strike from a bad one?
By the sparks that fly up. And by the ring. It rings out with a different sound when you do it right.
What good does it do me to whistle while I work?
It makes you work to a rhythm. You won't get tired so quickly, and the iron feels it.
Thanks. That's all I need to know.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And there's a chest where you can keep your things. And of course, you can use the forge anytime you want. Any questions?
Where can I get materials?
Where can I get materials?
You can buy some essentials from me. But if you want to make a fancy sword with lots of ornamentation, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just a village, you know. The locals ain't after luxury. They can't afford it neither.
What can I do with the items?
What can I do with the items I've forged?
Well, you can sell them. Though you probably won't have much luck around here. But I'll happily buy some of the nicer things from you.
Where exactly is my bed?
At the side of the house. There are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. You go in by the rear door, next to the woodshed. And you can put your things in the chest there. Don't worry, nobody will steal them.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. I'll find you some work to do right away. You're pretty good at swords, but what the locals really need is axes and horseshoes. Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what they're both supposed to look like. And some iron. You can get down to it right away.
Just like that? You aren't going to help me?
Sacre, lad. I chose you because you already know a thing or two. I'm not going to look over your shoulder all bloody day. You take care of these smaller jobs. Forge away as long as you're able, and then sell it all. Once you've made some coin and feel like being out in the open again, I'll give you some more interesting work.
Alright. Then it is time to forge away for a bit. This is gonna be a long, long day.